Hello, I am delighted to welcome to Old Folks Cooking, the intersection of food, drink, and culture, the fabulous and the infamous Cake Diva, who has,
Hello.
yes, and Charmaine Jones, who has made incredible cakes for Beyoncé, Erica Badu, Pharrell, Snoop Dogg, Michael Jackson, and many, many others. And I'm delighted to have you join us today for
Um,
our Mother's Day special. And looking forward to talking to you about food because you're also a fabulous cook in your own right, aside from being an amazing cake baker and decorator.
okay, well, I'm here for it. Let's go, baby.
So, what have you? It's a tribute to Mother's Day, and can you talk a little bit about what you learned from your mother?
Well, my mom was a French pastry cook, and I used to play in the flour and stuff when she would keep me busy on the table with her real intricate tart pans and stuff. So, it was kind of inbred in me to take it further than America had really seen. So that's what I did, and that's what I do. And I like making people not only happy on their very special and memorable occasions, but I also like that they talk about the cake for years later. It's amazing. I'm shocked, but one thing I like about doing the cakes for Mother's Day is making the sugar flowers. So that makes it a lot of very
You're
different
famous for
than
you're
just a
famous
regular
for your
cake.
sugar flowers. You're famous for your sugar flowers. Nobody, bar none, can equal you in creating sugar flowers. It's a wonderful art, and
It
that's a
does
good
take
thing.
time.
Well, just kind of going back a little, um, talk about the cake you created for Sony for Michael Jackson. Just talk a little bit about that cake.
Well, that was one of the first cakes that was ever made with a bust. Like it was a bust of Michael Jackson. And no one had ever really made a bust of a person totally in cake before until then, more or less using edible silver on it. So that was not only um, not trial and error, but you had to wait for things to dry. So it was a totally all night affair after the cake was cooked, filled, and sculptured. Because you had to hold up the fondant until it dried before you put the next piece on. And then when I delivered it, making it in New Jersey at the Hoboken, delivered it through the Lincoln Tunnel. It was really hot that day, and there was no air conditioning, so I had to put the windows down. And the people at the Lincoln Tunnel thought I was trying to get in the HOV lane with the extra person in the car until they stopped me and pulled me over, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm trying to deliver this cake to Bloomingdale's, but unless you're going to give me a police escort, I really have to go." And they were like, "That's a cake." I'm like, I don't really have time for that because it's not getting any cooler out here. So I really need to get it there. So I gave them cards though. Don't forget that part.
Well,
you know.
you also made every cake for soap opera weddings, General Hospital, One Life to Live. You made all of those wedding cakes for the soap opera. Talk a little bit about that because
All of the
America.
ABC, all of the ABC soaps out of New York City, which was All My Children and One Life to Live. Since I watched that since I was a little kid, practically when they first started coming on in black and white. I knew I always wanted to do something with the soaps. At first, I thought it was going to be the music, but ended up doing the cakes because the music was totally sewn up. And so, because I watched the soaps every day with my mother and found out that I could, there was like an inkling of a possibility I might be able to do the cakes with the soaps. I never gave up hounding them about it until I finally got an interview with the coffee person's coffee person. to,
With the
to
coffee
actually,
person. Yeah, well, do what you got to do to get in.
I know you had to be persistent that morning when, I found out that I could actually um, possibly have an interview. I was screaming all around where I was making the cake, said, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I have to do it. I will do it. I will not leave that place until it is done." So once they took my portfolio up, then they called me up, and I told them, what I was doing, what I had done, and at that point, I had done the cake in this book called "Jumping the Broom" that Harriet Cole had done.
And
That
that
has
was
sold over eight.
how
Yeah,
many
that the book has sold. Hmm.
how many
Go ahead.
copies did the book sell? Because it was the first
About
time that anybody had done an Afrocentric cake.
it sold over 8 million copies, and I
Wow.
was really happy to have the only cake in the book. So that was a good thing. More or less
Well,
using the edible gold.
that is definitely was a groundbreaking cake because nobody had ever done an Afrocentric cake. And you are an incredible groundbreaker, artist, and a friend of many, many years. And I am delighted to welcome you to as a regular contributor, not only with your incredible Instagram um, um, channel and welcoming you to the Chef Ashbell YouTube channel as well as a regular contributor. So people are going to be able to actually buy your wonderful, incredible um, hand done sugar flowers and keep up with you and order cakes and etc. So we're excited to have you on board as well.
I'm very glad to be a part of it. So I'm
Well,
looking forward to the future.
so thank you so much for joining us and I am in awe of your artistry and have been a fan for many, many years. And we have many more stories to tell. I'm looking forward
Oh
to you
yeah.
joining us on the Chef Ashbell channel. Okay.
Okay, baby.
Thank you
I
so
can't
much.
wait.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Subscribe and join Chef Ashbell channel, Old Folks Cooking. Thank you so much, Cake Diva, Charmaine Jones, aka the Diva.
Yeah,
Thank you.
baby. Forever and always. Okay, honey.
Thank you.